The night was quiet in Oakwood Park. The usual daytime sounds of children playing and people talking were gone. Now, there were only the soft sounds of the wind in the trees. An older man named Arthur was there. He was setting up a strange-looking machine on a tripod. It was a telescope. Arthur was a retired science teacher. His wife, Clara, had passed away 2 years before. The nights were the hardest for him. The house was too quiet, too empty. So he started coming here. He pointed his telescope at the sky. He looked for the bright planet Jupiter first. Then he found the dusty band of the Milky Way. The stars were old friends to Arthur. They reminded him of simpler times. They reminded him of teaching his students. They reminded him of pointing out constellations to Clara. She always loved the story of Orion the Hunter. Arthur felt a small, familiar ache in his heart. He took a deep breath of the cool night air. One evening, as Arthur was looking at the moon, he heard a voice. "Excuse me?" It was a young woman. She looked worried. "I saw your light. What are you doing?" Arthur smiled. "I'm looking at the stars," he said. "Would you like to see?" The woman hesitated. She said her name was Maya. She had just moved to the city and felt very lost. Arthur showed her the moon. Through the telescope, it was not just a bright spot. It was a world of mountains and craters. Maya gasped. "It's so detailed," she whispered. For a few minutes, she forgot her worries. The next night, Maya returned. She brought a friend who was stressed about his job. Arthur showed them Saturn with its beautiful rings. The friend stared in silence for a long time. "It makes my problems feel very small," he finally said. Arthur just nodded. He understood. Word began to spread. People started coming to Oakwood Park at night. They came after long, difficult days. They came with heavy hearts. They found the old man and his telescope. Arthur didn't just show them stars. He told stories. He showed them the North Star, which sailors used to find their way home. He pointed out the Seven Sisters, a cluster of stars named after sisters from an old Greek myth. A teenager named Leo came, angry after a fight with his parents. Arthur let him look at the red planet Mars. "It's a lonely place," Arthur said softly. "But people are trying to go there, to reach out, to connect." Leo didn't say much, but his shoulders relaxed. One cold night, a little girl came with her father. She was crying quietly. Her cat had gone missing that day. Arthur knelt down. "Let's look for the cat in the sky," he said. He pointed the telescope not at a star, but at a constellation. "See those stars? That's Leo, the lion. He's very brave and strong. Maybe he's keeping your cat company tonight until you find her." The girl stopped crying. She looked through the eyepiece. A small smile appeared on her face. Her father mouthed thank you to Arthur. Arthur began to know his visitors. There was Mrs. Green, who came every Tuesday after her long shift as a nurse. She loved looking at the blue-white star Vega. "It feels clean," she said. There was Ben, a university student who was always full of nervous energy. Arthur showed him the slow, steady path of a satellite moving across the sky. "See? Some things have a clear path. You will find yours," Arthur told him. Ben started coming just to talk, even when it was cloudy. The telescope became a meeting point. Strangers stood together in the dark, waiting for their turn. They started talking to each other. They shared why they came. They shared small pieces of their lives under the vast shared sky. A community was forming, connected by starlight. Arthur felt the heavy quiet in his own heart begin to lighten. The park was no longer just an empty space at night. It was filled with soft voices, shared wonder, and quiet sighs of relief. One evening, a man about Arthur's age approached. He introduced himself as Henry. Henry said he had seen the small crowd for weeks from his apartment window. Finally, he got the courage to come down. "My wife loved the stars," Henry said, his voice rough. "I haven't looked at them since she died. It hurt too much." Arthur understood perfectly. He silently adjusted the telescope and pointed it towards a bright binary star. "This one," Arthur said. "Two stars, orbiting each other, forever connected." Henry looked. He looked for a long time. When he stepped back, his eyes were wet, but he was smiling. The two men stood together, not needing words. The seasons changed. Arthur showed summer constellations, then autumn ones. On a clear winter night, the group was larger than usual. Arthur realized it was the anniversary of Clara's passing. He had felt sad all day. He pointed the telescope towards Orion, her favorite. As people took turns looking, sharing their amazement, Arthur felt a warmth around him. He was not alone with his memory tonight. He was sharing the sky, and in doing so, sharing the weight of his sadness. It felt lighter. Maya, the first visitor, now came often. She brought hot tea in a thermos for Arthur. She had found a job and new friends. "You built something beautiful here, Arthur," she said one night, looking at the small crowd. "You built a family." Arthur looked around. He saw the little girl, who had found her cat, pointing out stars to a new boy. He saw Henry deep in conversation with Mrs. Green. He saw Ben, calmly explaining a constellation to someone. Arthur's heart was full. He understood now. He came to the park to escape his loneliness. He came to give others a moment of peace. But he received so much more. He was no longer just a retired teacher or a widower. He was the keeper of the night sky for his community. He was a listener, a guide, a friend. Every star in the sky was constant and distant. But down here, in the soft dark of the park, human connection was warm and close. Arthur knew Clara would be proud. He looked up at the endless, sparkling sky, and for the first time in a long time, he did not feel small. He felt like a part of something immense and wonderful.